The Roth IRA is more powerful than you think. I'm going to go over 3 Roth IRA benefits you probably don't know about. Now, we all know Roth IRAs are a place where you can put money in and it grows and comes out tax-free. I don't get a deduction when I put the money in, but as I'm investing it, I can invest and get gains on it, 0 tax. But also, when I pull the money out at 59.5, it comes out entirely tax-free on the way out. And I'm going to go over 3 other benefits you probably don't know about. I'm Matt Sorensen. Let's build wealth. All right, coming in at number 3 is contributions you put into your Roth IRA can be returned, no tax, no penalty at any time. You don't have to wait until you're 59.5. It is only the earnings and growth that if you take out early before 59.5, you're subject to a penalty. So for example, let's say for 7 years, you put $7,000 into a Roth IRA for $70,000 worth of contributions. And let's say the account is now worth $150,000 because of an investment returns and growth. So you've had $80,000 of growth in the account. Well, let's say you're 35 years old now and you want to pull some money out for whatever reason. You can take out the $70,000 whenever you want. No tax, no penalty. Returning contributions to a Roth IRA is always possible. It's just the earnings and growth that must wait until you're 59.5. Now, coming in at number 2 is something I have to debunk all the time, and this is the question I hear. I make too much money. Can I have a Roth IRA, Matt? Yes, you can, but you need to have what's called a backdoor Roth IRA. Now, these come in at about $150,000 single, $236,000 married, that if you make over those amounts, you cannot make a standard Roth IRA contribution. So if you're over those limits, you can still do a Roth IRA, but you need to do what's called a backdoor Roth IRA, and this is how the backdoor Roth IRA works. I've got other videos on that. Click the links below to watch, but I'm going to go over it here briefly for you. Hey, I'm cutting in here because I want to make sure you know all the stuff I'm talking about on my YouTube channel, investing in alternative assets, whether it's real estate or private funds or private equity, oil and gas, crypto, saving on taxes, all these concepts I love and I talk about here. I want to let you know we do this at my company, Directed IRA. So get on over to directedira.com/call and book an appointment with one of our self-directed IRA specialists that'll help you understand how to take control of your retirement. A backdoor Roth IRA takes 3 things. First, you need a traditional IRA. Second, you need a Roth IRA. You are then going to make a non-deductible contribution into the Roth IRA up to the annual contribution limits for IRAs, which is $7,000. If you're over 50, you can do $8,000. Now, what happens is after that contribution is made to the traditional IRA, which is non-deductible, I'm assuming you're high income, you're not taking a deduction for this, you will then make a Roth conversion. Now, those 3 things, a traditional IRA with a Roth IRA, where you convert the money, is how you execute on the backdoor Roth IRA. Now, you might be thinking, well, Matt, that doesn't make any sense. Why can I do it that way? That's the loophole. This backdoor Roth IRA, you can do it at our company, Directed IRA. You could do it at Fidelity or Morgan Stanley. It doesn't matter. This is a high income strategy. A lot of people use it. It's what I've used to contribute to my IRA for years. What many of our clients use is because they want the Roth IRA. They want that vehicle of tax-free growth, but they've been told they can't have it. Well, you can have it. It just takes this backdoor Roth IRA where you make a traditional non-deductible contribution and you convert it over to Roth. The reason that works is, the reason that worked is when Congress passed these laws to set up Roth IRAs, they said, these are too powerful for high income earners. So they put a cap and said, if you make more than this, you can't have a Roth IRA. But 20 years later, they said, what if people want to convert to a Roth IRA from a traditional IRA? Do we care about their income? And they said, no, we don't. We are going to let them convert. Now, why do you think they did that? Because the government was trying to raise revenue in tax legislation. And when you convert from traditional to Roth, you have to pay tax. So they removed the income restriction on converting from traditional to Roth. And this is where the loophole opened for the backdoor Roth IRA. There is no income restriction on Roth conversions. So if you contribute to a traditional, which again, non-deductible, you don't take a deduction, you convert to Roth, there's no tax on it because you didn't take a deduction. That is how we get the backdoor Roth IRA. Now, one other point on that, if you have other traditional IRA dollars where you took a deduction or even a SEP IRA, you also have to convert those dollars, just a note there. And now coming in at number 1, my favorite is your Roth IRA can invest in private assets. It can invest in real estate, in a small business, in a startup, in a private fund. These are assets your Roth IRA can own. You don't just have to buy an ETF, a stock, a mutual fund. Okay, you can buy those with your Roth IRA. I'm not saying don't, but your IRA is not restricted to that, including your Roth IRA. The largest Roth IRA out there is Peter Thiel, who has the $6 billion Roth IRA. Do you think he did that buying mutual funds? No, he invested in startups and public companies companies, he invested in what he knew. Now, this is what our company, Directed IRA, does every day. We provide Roth IRA accounts that can invest into private assets, whether that's the duplex down the street, the next exciting startup, a private fund delivering better returns than a mutual fund. These are the assets that your Roth IRA can own. Now, there's something to learn on a self-directed IRA. We have a lot of content from webinars and other videos at my company, Directed IRA, so get to the link there to learn more about what your IRA can invest into and how to establish a self-directed Roth IRA. Now, for those of you who still stuck around, I remembered I had a bonus benefit here. It's not just 3. The other bonus for the Roth IRA is no required minimum distributions. Traditional IRAs have what are called required minimum distributions, where when you reach age 73, and this adjusts every year, but right now it's set at age 73, you have to start pulling money out of your traditional IRA. Even if you don't want to, the government's like, you need to start taking some of this money. But with Roth IRAs, there's no required minimum distributions. You can keep investing that forever. You could pass this Roth IRA on to your spouse and it becomes their Roth IRA. You could pass it on to your kids or other heirs and it becomes an inherited Roth IRA, and they can keep this thing for up to an additional 10 years with more tax-free growth and more profits coming out tax-free. So that's an additional perk to the Roth IRA that you're not going to see in traditional IRAs. Now, I hope you found this video to be helpful and you maybe learned 1 or 2 things about Roth IRAs. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm always going over strategies on retirement accounts, ways you can grow and build wealth, strategies to save on taxes, and tools to protect your assets. I'm Matt Sorensen. We'll see you next time.